Good start. Smart start on the far side there by Antisova of the Czech Republic. Zhang, too, from the top of your picture, representing China. The woman who, after 2009, went coaching in the provinces, found that she beat all her pupils and decided to come back and race.
Great story, isn't it? Of course, Zhang's been around for so long, I think, since Atlanta Olympics. Karsten just moving out in front, but Thiele not to be outdone. We saw how fast she started in that double sculls race in Beijing. Do you remember that, David? She blasted out.
Absolutely, hung on and hung on and hung on, and she's done exactly the same. And this is confidence, you see, confidence from her, and also confidence from the performances of the German squad.
She's got a real push through the finish. I mean, she's heard the results of the men, and, you know, the women's scull under a different sort of system to the men, but she's really pushing the boat off. She's on the legs there and just springing the legs away like she's bench pressing that boat through the first 500 metres.
And there'll be no more fascinated spectator to this race than Emma Twigg down in New Zealand, the world bronze medalist, having a look at the opposition she will face. Thiele closest to you, 2 from the bottom, the world champion, Svensson in yellow for Sweden. Then Karsten, 3 from the bottom, lagging a little Napkova in that sort of brown, well, sort of reddy browny boat. And then Zhang, 2 from the top, and furthest away Antisova. It's a really good field.
It is, and well, Thiele, she finished 3rd in the semi-final. She did lead at 500 metres, so she does go out fast. She led Svensson and Karsten in that race, so you know, expect that she's going to be out there. I do think Karsten will push through in the second 500 metres, and she'll take Svensson with her. And we're looking at Karsten there again, very familiar shot to anyone who knows it, but Frida Svensson's close to Karsten than she was in the semi, and there's 4 scullers in a line.
Yeah, interesting with Frida Svensson, because we saw last year her tactics were all catch me if you can, blast out, and more often than not she got caught by Karsten towards the end, but that didn't happen in the World Championship. She endured the pain and sustained the sprint to hold off Karsten, and now you can see Anna-Kathrin Thiele from Leipzig with a huge advantage.
Yeah, I think that's self-belief there. She's gone out so quickly, and with German sculling on a high here at Munich, Frida Svensson, well, she won't be too worried because she's pretty much neck and neck with Karsten. And on the far side as well, Antisova's having a look there. This is
interesting because Antisova, Lenka, the younger sister, she went out in the semi-final stage, but 3 Czech scullers and 2 of them sisters laying it down to Napkova for supremacy for the scullers' place. And Jitka Antisova, really good, under 23 single sculls champion in 2009, and European champion as well in double sculls. A real talent, only 24 years of age, and she thinks she's got something to bring to the party. And it's Thiele from Antisova, from Zhang, and Karsten's only 4th, and Svensson's only 5th, and Napkova's last of the lot.
Well, you'd never have picked this before the race. Certainly, I wouldn't have picked Thiele to be so impressive, but it's the Beijing double sculls final all over again. Look at the way she's connected on those legs, pushing it away like she's done. I can't imagine that she can keep this up into the last quarter. But certainly she's got tremendous self-belief. That reverse wing yellow Empacker scull that she's using, driving it to great effect.
Talk about belief. Look at Antisova on the far side there. That's a terrific performance from her. And Zhang pacing her as well at the same time. And on the near side, Anna-Kathrin Thiele continues to prevail here. Thiele, Olympic silver medalist in Beijing, World Championship bronze medalist in the quad in 2009. Only 6th last season with Steffi Schiller, as we revert to Ekaterina Karsten here. Silver medalist in Carapiro, and the 6-time world champion there. Well, it was a narrow advantage that she lost by just 0.18 of a second, and she was closing all the time on Svensson, but the line came in touch, or in time for the Swede. And Anna-Kathrin Thiele looking straight down that line, totally focused, just keeping an eye there on Antisova. Just had a little look, as I said, she was focused. She just had a little look across to Antasova. This is really difficult when you're stretched across the full width of the regatta course here, and she has really opened up this field, and Frida Svensson just really not going with this at the moment. The world champion, the 29-year-old from Falkenberg, finding this a little too hot to handle at this particular moment, and she's on the extreme left of your picture, and over on the far side, Antasova just about in second place. Zhang being challenged for third by Ekaterina Karsten. Napkova beginning to move as well. And now Tila comes under a little bit of pressure, and a chance now for Karsten to begin to make her move now in this third quarter. End of the third quarter, Thiele by half a length from Antasova, and Karsten goes third ahead of Zhang of China, with Napkova still to make any impression on this race. Karsten just moving very fluently, and Thiele just coming under pressure now. Antasova on the far side, they're still very much here. Karsten looking very cool at the moment. Coming through, stroke by stroke, beginning to edge back, has a little look at Yitka Antasova, the older of the two sisters, just to keep her in mind. Coming down to 250 meters, and this is lining up now. Here comes Karsten now, coming between Antasova on the far side. On the near side, Tila just shortening up, and then Zhang still there or thereabouts, the Olympic silver medalist from Atlanta in the double sculls from 1996. Thiele clinging on, being challenged now all the time by Karsten. Karsten getting there with every stroke. Karsten coming all the time on Thiele. Thiele trying to hang on, being lifted by the crowd, but it's bowed about. Karsten goes through, 120 meters to go, and Karsten takes the advantage from Anna-Katrin Thiele. Over on the far side, Antasova. Napkova finishing quickly, but she's still out of the podium places. And now Zhang goes after Antasova. It's Karsten. Karsten who leads by 3/4 of a length over Anna-Katrin Thiele, who's still second. Zhang finishing fast. She's gone third ahead of Antasova. Napkova's nowhere, but it's Ekaterina Karsten back to winning ways for Belarus. She takes the first place. Whoa, very close between Zhang and Thiele. Thiele second, China's Zhang third in a photograph with Antasova, and then Frida Svensson coming in, not her